What up, Fight World? It's your kid Ego, man. We're gonna try this again. The last couple of days, this shit ain't been working. We're gonna see what we're working with today. A little Starbucks joint, man. Boss, what up? Arizona, what up? It's not Arizona hot in California, but it's hot right now. Australia, I see you. What's up? Aaron Percy, what's good? What's goody, young Murr? That sound like a rap name. Shout out to Sack, man. What's good? San Diego, London, I see you. Hawaii. I never been to Hawaii. I need to go. It looks nice. Texas. Ah, man, you know, AB. Shout out to Boss. He was in here first. What's the deal? Compton, Hub City, CPT, Omaha. Y'all got a real one with Crawford, man. That dude is a beast. Someone said I got 46 bands on AB. Man, it's a good fight. I'm looking forward to it, man. Would you like to see the winner of Canelo Triple G face Charlo? Hell yeah. Man, I hope if Golovkin win, why retire? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not trying to see. I'm trying to see him fight Charlo. You know what I mean? Charlo came up to your division, and if he wins against Jorge Sebastian Highland, then he'll be the #1 mandatory. So, fuck that. I mean, even if Canelo wins, I'm trying to see Canelo in here. Alfredo, my man, answering my question. Which one was yours? Charlo proved himself to me already at 154. Obviously, he has to prove himself in a new division, but shit, that J-Rock win was real. And Cornelius Bundreds. Bundreds molested. I shouldn't say molested because Carlos Molina got that molestation case, but he beat the fuck out of K9 beat the fuck out of Carlos Molina, and J-Rock destroyed. Charlo destroyed him. Man, Broner looks focused. I'm happy, man. That's what I want to see. Yeah, man. I got the Ego hats. Lomachenko versus Gervonta. That's a good fight. I want to see it. I think you're gonna have to have what Gervonta Davis has to even be in there with Lomachenko. I'm not saying that he absolutely wins, but what I am saying is that the ability to box and power is good for guys that are crafty. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, power can slow down some shit. If you start digging to the body, you're gonna slow him down. If you start timing him and make him, Lomachenko does kind of like Pacquiao. He's like jumping everywhere and all that. If you can slow that down. I'm still working. I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to line up. I got the hats in a big ass box. I just haven't. It's just so much going on, man. I haven't made the time to really just focus and get them on the website because it's separate. It's not like I just make a website page you have to have. It's called WooCommerce and all this extra shit. And I'm not a programmer like that. I built my website, but this shit is some work. I got you. I'm gonna figure out something soon because a lot of people are asking. Who has a better shot of dropping who between AB and Garcia? I think it's about equal, to be honest. They both got power. I mean, obviously, Mikey was cleaning house in the 120s, and his power still carried up with Dejan's Latish, and I was at that fight. But see, people, you gotta understand something about boxing, man. Styles make fights. Dejan's Latish is cool, and I gave Mikey Garcia a lot of credit for that win, but I still put it in perspective. Dejan's Latish ain't fought no name, like, you know what I'm saying? Could he beat Broner at 135? Could he beat Robert Easter? We don't know because he you know what I'm saying? He stepped up with Mikey Garcia and got annihilated. But the best names on Dejan's Latish record were like Ricky Burns. So I mean, it's a good win. I was more impressed because Mikey Garcia, that was his first time in the division. I didn't know how he was gonna look, and he had a long dry spell. But I try to put wins, make them like Einstein says, the theory of relativity. That's what I try to do with these wins. I put it in perspective. Like, I'm like, okay, Triple G just beat Adama, but who the fuck is that? Where's Adama been since? Who is Adama? You know what I'm saying? So, Mikey versus Dejan, that was a very solid win for him where he was at in his career, but you got to put in perspective. Dejan's Latitianin, he made a rookie mistake. He got hurt by Mikey Garcia, and he froze up, and Mikey Garcia caught him out of position and just hooked him to death and knocked him out. Broner, I don't know if he'll make rookie mistakes like that. I believe someone said, how is 2018 going to look for boxing? I really feel like any sport, or like, you know what I mean, even teams, like look at dynasty teams. The Warriors, they've had squad for a minute, Golden State Warriors, so it keeps carrying over to the next year for the most part. You know what I mean? So that's how it is with boxing. Boxing's been such a phenomenal year that I really feel like we're getting so much great fights. So if we close the year strong like it started, then that's just gonna naturally carry over into 2018. Like, let's say Joshua beats Klitschko again, then that's easily gonna segue into Wilder or Luis Ortiz if they fight each other, those types of fights. Or Errol Spence. I mean, somebody gotta fight this dude. Somebody gotta fight Errol Spence. Top welterweight. So maybe we can get if we can get like a Danny Garcia, Sean Porter in there, that would be dope. And then maybe in 2018, see Thurman versus Spence, or Garcia Porter winner versus Spence. I wouldn't mind any of that. What's my fight of the year so far? I don't know. Maybe Joshua Klitschko. It's hard off the top of my head. There's a lot, because there's a lot of fights I like. I think Joshua Klitschko delivered everything to me as a fight fan. Big, energetic crowd, 90,000 people at the Wembley. It had action, it had drama, suspense. I'm like, damn, AJ gassed out after hurting Klitschko. Klitschko got hurt and then got better, you know what I mean? And Joshua got worse for a couple rounds, and then that uppercut, so it ended triumphantly. So I'd probably say Joshua Klitschko. If I'm looking at boxing like a movie, that would be a movie that hit everything. It had the action, the suspense, the drama, the plot twist, all that. So maybe that. There's a lot of good fights. Brooks Spence was a dope fight to me. I don't know. Someone said Robert Easter Jr. versus Spence or Tank. I don't see that. That's like people. It's not a video game. Tank is at 130, Easter's at 135, and then Spence is at 47. So Easter has a lot more to do at 35 before you should even consider. If anybody's moving up to the welterweight, I see Terrence Crawford doing it, because he already did the 140 route and he's about to be undisputed damn near. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all just be hopping on these streams and don't be hitting them likes. Diamond belt, I don't know. WBC just made some shit to get some sanctioning fees and to be involved with Broner Garcia. I don't know what no diamond belt is. It reminds me of Diamond Dallas Page. How will Crawford do at 147? I think he'll do great. I mean, see, the thing is, Crawford's a complete fighter. Y'all get mad when I talk about Floyd's and Crawford. There's complete fighters, and to me, Crawford has showed that. And the proof is in the pudding. What I mean by that, I've been at several Crawford fights. I covered the Postal fight, Ray Beltran. There's the John Molina. John Molina, his attributes don't match Victor Postal's attributes, and it don't match Ray Beltran's. Even look at Ray Beltran, longtime Pacquiao sparring partner. Crawford, I was there, and it was hype. We were in Omaha. Crowd was crazy. And this motherfucker Beltran still knocking people out. You know what I mean? So he clearly has power. He had, some people sleep on it because they don't know, and he had they failed drug test. But Beltran, his last two performances, he had brutal one-punch knockouts, like nasty. And Crawford did what he wanted in there. You know what I'm saying? So Crawford's a complete fighter, meaning he's a chameleon. He can match his environment. He can fight the fight that makes sense for the opponent. That's just what it is. Can Spence beat Crawford? I don't know. I want to see it. I really don't know, because Spence is to me, is big, and we know he's strong. But Crawford has tools, so you know what I'm saying. That's a hell of a fight. Other thing is the ambidextrous shit makes Crawford hard because southpaws usually get off and do pretty well with orthodox fighters, the good ones. You know what I mean? Pacquiao's and Edeslandi Lara. So I don't know how Spence would do against somebody who would most likely switch southpaw. I don't know. I don't remember Errol Spence fighting the southpaw, so I have to see. Two skilled guys in there. My nigga Ego Professional. Yeah, man. Boxing's lit. I'll be in New York. I'll be in New York for the Broner Garcia fight. I don't know. Someone asked me about Canelo Triple G. I don't know. Just whatever I feel like. Vegas. Vegas is lit, man. Who's been to the Vegas? Shout out to Fairfield, man. My stomping ground. Fairfield B. Y'all don't know about Dave's Giant Cheeseburgers out here, man. Garcia's being too cocky. How? I haven't. See, that's the thing. See, some of y'all motherfuckers is idiots. Some of y'all, oh yeah, man, you're rooting for Broner. I'm not rooting for shit. I'm rooting for a good fight. I don't care. I love Mikey Garcia. I like Broner, so I don't care who wins. I'm just trying to see him scrap. You know what I mean? But the fact is, Broner's more of a salesperson. Mikey Garcia, I haven't really seen nothing from him. He's not really active on his social media, things like that. So, when I'm talking about ego Weight Watchers, people are like, yeah, man, you're doing all these Broner videos you're rooting for. I'm not rooting for shit. Broner is keeping people in the loop with his progress probably because people thought he couldn't make weight. So he's, you know what I'm saying, he's doing progress pictures and shit. Mikey, I ain't really seen him doing like that. Broner looks focused in a motherfucker. Shout out to Tampa, Florida, man. Yeah, the odds, I knew the odds would sort themselves out closer to the fight, man. People be sleeping on them, making up some odds. I think Canelo Golovkin odds should straighten out closer to the fight. See, what happens is with the odds, I'm not into sports betting like that. Sometimes I do personal bets with people because I know I'm gonna get that money on them. But if a large group of people, like, you know what I'm saying, like hundreds of people come in and bet on a certain fighter, then it spikes the odds. You know, odds are kind of like averages. You know what I mean? So if hella people, and see, this is the thing, there needs to be more people like that. A lot of people bet with their heart. They're not betting with no type of, just like when they do fight predictions. Do you know Mayweather Pacquiao was one of my easiest fight predictions to make? But people said I was stupid, and because they're betting with their hearts, they think their fighter or whoever they're rooting for could do some shit that they can't do or they haven't shown to do. I did a 30-minute Mayweather Pacquiao prediction, and a lot of what I said came true. You know what I'm saying? I don't always hit the nail on the head, but I try. You know what I mean? I try to have good predictions and whatnot. See, this is the thing. Someone said Broner better not take too long to turn up. To be honest, bro, Mikey Garcia and Broner are very selective and economical with their punches. So I don't understand what people are saying. Like, people are acting like Mikey Garcia is this vicious, like Leo Santa Cruz, 100 punches per round type of dude. He's economical too. Broner don't let his hands go enough to me. Like, when he's letting his hands go, I'm like, wow, it's flashy, great skill and stuff like that. But neither one of them throw crazy amounts of punches to me. So I don't understand why people are acting like that. And see, people don't understand. From what I've seen in boxing, people usually revert back to however they normally fight if they're in their trenches. You know what I'm saying? You could try to do some cute shit in camp, and if it don't work, then you revert back to how you normally fight. So I understand the game plan from, if you look at Broner's losses, put pressure on him. Put a lot of pressure. But the bad thing with Mikey is he's moving up. So I'm not saying he can't do it. I just got to see it. Because him being the smaller guy moving up, that complicates things because you want to put pressure on him, right? What if you're getting blasted in the process? You know what I'm saying? Broner has some nasty ass uppercuts, and I would look for that punch. I look for Broner to shoot that uppercut routinely and frequently on Mikey Garcia. So that's what I want to see, because I really don't know who I'm picking. I don't know who's going to win this fight, and I rarely get stumped where I can't place my feet in the sand and be like, yo, this is who I'm picking. I really don't know, but I don't think it's what people think. You know what I mean? People, oh, Maidana. You can't compare anything Maidana does to Mikey Garcia. They both have power, but their identities as fighters are totally different, and that's honestly what I see. Broner starts slow, yeah, but I mean, like I said, it's a fight. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, oh, Willie Moreau's gonna do this to Billy Joe Saunders because Golovkin. They don't fight alike. You know what I'm saying? So I would never use that reference. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing with boxing, like when okay, for example, we'll use Pacquiao because everybody knows Pacquiao. Pacquiao, when I'm comparing, like, one of the big reasons for me why I felt like Floyd would beat Pacquiao is because Floyd's style is closer. They don't fight exactly, but it's closer to Marquez than it's different. You know what I'm saying? But the difference is Floyd is a longer, bigger, sharper, more accurate, more precise, better defense version. So basically a souped up version of a Juan Manuel Marquez. Now you could say Marquez, oh, he's more aggressive. He fights like that because that's how he fights. You know what I mean? He has no choice, but he's not as defensively sound as Floyd Mayweather. So yeah, you could say he goes for broke more or whatever bullshit, but that's because that's how he fights. Ramon's a gym, he gets it cracking. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at Pacquiao, like, I look at comparisons like that. That's Pacquiao versus more or less counterpunchers or pure boxers. But y'all be telling me what Mikey Garcia is going to do based on what Sean Porter did or Maidana. But they don't fight alike like me. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia fights nothing like Sean Porter. Sean Porter, Mikey's work is clean, like very clean, very textbook. Sean Porter is like feinting and very athletic, some head movement in there. He fought at 165 in the amateurs, so it's different. Sean Porter, his grit and toughness and his ruggedness to be in your fucking grill for 12 rounds is kind of what overwhelms people. I never seen Mikey Garcia fight like that. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really, that's not his style. Same thing with Maidana. I don't really think Maidana fights like Mikey Garcia. So we're gonna find out. Someone brought up a good point. Chino couldn't stop AB with solid shots. If Mikey tries to outbox AB, he's toast. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. If Broner is sharp as fuck when he lets his hands go. You know what I mean? But the thing with Mikey is, like I said, I'm not saying he can't do it, but he's going to have to make Broner uncomfortable. And see, like, just what I've noticed, I'm not trying to stereotype, because if anything, this is a good stereotype. There's a lot of guys from Argentina with power, and they got cracks, but they're awkward as fuck the way they throw the punches. Like Chino. Even Sergio Martinez, he's like crafty in there. You know what I mean? Diego Chavez, the way they like turn, like Maidana has like chopping punches. Like it's like coming down. Golovkin does it a little bit too. Where watch the fight with Marco Antonio Rubio. Golovkin's like coming down, like he's like, it's like weird. It's like a weird angle and shit. You know what I mean? Marco Rubio just sat on the ropes and let Golovkin fucking destroy him. And he's like doing this chop. Maidana has that chopping shit. So he caught Broner. I don't remember who's taller out of Maidana and Broner. I really don't. But Maidana was bigger, especially at that time. Broner didn't really give himself time to acclimate. You know what I mean? He just moved up, fought Paulie, and then fought Chino. So it's a good fight, though. I'm looking forward to it. Maidana fights like a street fighter with boxing skills. Exactly. And when he hooked up with Robert Garcia and Oxnard, he had a good jab. He even caught Floyd with jabs. And this is what people don't understand, man. This is why I love Chino, man. Because he has that I don't give a fuck attitude. But the thing is, too, don't change your identity as a fucking fighter. Like, if you're a brawler, be that brawler, but try to earn and learn some new wrinkles. And that's what Chino did. Chino didn't switch his whole fucking style up. He got with Robert Garcia, did what he always does. Toughness, and if he gets knocked down, get back up. If he gets hurt, keep pushing through that. But then he improved his jab. And it was that little type of addition to his fight game, and it was night and day. Like, Devin Alexander beat the shit out of Maidana. I think there might have even been a knockdown. I don't remember because it was a while ago. But the Maidana after that got with Robert Garcia, and then he stepped his game up. And he learned just even jabbing, which is a basic fundamental and underused, he improved his style. Broner has a very nice check hook. That's what he got Sean Porter with. Yeah, I agree. Garcia is nothing. You need an eel shirt. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff down the pipeline. He got the From Florida Boys 50-50 fight check hook. Yeah, man, I'm looking for a big fight because Broner Garcia, I just want to see how they both come out. Them early rounds are gonna set a tone. I definitely got to see some shit like that. I got to see what they do. I want to see, you know what I mean? Because sometimes fighters can impress you, like, oh, I didn't know he could do that. Broner has a fucking nasty uppercut too. Do I think Maidana is a better boxer than Mikey? No, not in terms of a textbook, what you would teach. No, Mikey, like I said, he has very clean work. But that's the thing. See, that's the thing. Styles make fights, and to me, outboxing Broner is not what gives them problems. It's rugged, tough guys who are awkward and unorthodox. So that's what I'm saying. It's not. Some guys struggle with different things. Like I said, styles make fights. So even though Mikey's a better boxer, he's more straight up and down. Maidana's awkwardness and power and size and aggression and stuff like that, that's what made him a problem for Broner, not the fact that he was outboxing Broner. You know what I'm saying? So that's, fighters got to be, even Conor McGregor. Conor's best bet against Floyd is to be a fighter like that he is in MMA. You know what I mean? Try to improve little certain things in boxing, but don't try to outbox Floyd. Canelo did that. Canelo's an idiot for that. I love Canelo, but trying to outbox Floyd was stupid as fuck. And to me, it was like a humbling experience because Canelo came out trying to outbox Floyd and show that he was like the smarter or something. That's stupid, man. When Canelo's that much bigger, even at a catchweight, he's bigger than Floyd. He should have been trying to use his size, his counterpunching, and been more aggressive. That would have been his best shot. Because Floyd even said Canelo hits harder than Maidana. So obviously he felt the punching power of both, and he rated Canelo's punching power up there. Even if Floyd, see, that's the thing, Floyd's such a good boxer, he can make shit look easy even if it's not. He had no respect for Floyd either. What does that mean? Was that good or bad? He got dogged. Canelo got dogged in there. I don't know what Mikey's going to do if he beats Broner, but that's going to be bad for Broner if he loses, because they'll be like, oh shit, you lost to a guy coming up. He hasn't done that so far. Like, I don't take away, you know what I mean? I can't rewrite history and say Broner's losses don't count. But the fact is, he rushed up in the higher weight divisions. Like, imagine if Broner would have did what Terrence Crawford is doing. There was no real work at 135 after a few fights, moved to 140, got hella fights, became undisputed, and then he would move up to welterweight. You know what I mean? Broner went from 35 Gavin Reese to 47, which was probably too radical. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. Broner hasn't lost to a guy who's smaller than him. So if Mikey does pull it off, he'll be the first person to have done that I can remember. And you can't even say Granados, because I was at that fight. I was at the weigh-in, and Granados was pretty big. He might have even been taller than Broner, and Granados fought at 47 before. So it is what it is. But it should be a good fight. Mikey said he's gonna see what the opportunities present. He might go to 140, 147, or he might go down to lightweight. Either way, he's kind of earned the right. If Mikey beats Broner fair and square, he's earned the right to decide whatever he wants to do. Crawford and Dongo, I'm not betting against Crawford. Certain people get in the zone, like Crawford's in the zone. If you've seen what he did to an Olympic gold medalist, 2 of them, I'm not picking against him unless I really see fit. Like somebody just showing me something crazy. So, yes, I'm going to the fight. I can't miss certain fights you don't want to miss. And this is one of them. And the card stack too. Make sure y'all hit the like button while we do the stream. Usually if I get to a certain, I have it mentally in my head, if I get to a certain amount of likes, then I'll go a little bit longer. But if the likes don't come through, then I'm gonna assume you guys aren't really invested, and I'll just finish my day because I got other stuff to do, got some errands to run and all that. But the likes matter, and like show that the people are engaged. It shows YouTube that and all that. So we'll keep the conversation going. Yeah, if y'all want that live stream work, I mean, just make it a regular habit. If y'all come on these live streams, because I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I don't have to be doing, you know what I mean? I don't have to do live streams. I'm just doing them because I like to interact with the fans and stuff like that. But I still got shit to do. I got Monday mail. I got to pack. I'm not packed or anything. You know what I mean? I'm just literally as hot as fucking Cali, and I'm just before I run these errands, I'm just trying to chop it up with y'all, see what the fans is talking about. Because I'm an ego, and that's what I do. What do I think about Anthony Yarde? I like Anthony Yarde, but I say this with everybody. You got to show me something. I'm just waiting for him to fight that name in the division that we all know and love and have seen 2 or 3 of their fights, and then that's going to really sell me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to rush him. He can take his time because he doesn't have much of an amateur pedigree, to my knowledge. So, you know what I mean, keep getting these types of fights like Devin Haney and the Anthony Yardes. They're still young enough and early enough in their career where they can just go through these random fights and build up and then get to them. But for me, I have to reserve my judgment. Like Artur Beterbiev, Anthony Yarde, they look like menacing killers, but ultimately I got to see how they take a punch, how they perform against top level of opposition. So right now I like it. He looks the part. He's diesel, in shape. I've seen him in interviews. Anthony Yarde looks like he has the, you know what I'm saying, he has the demeanor to be a real good fighter. No nonsense, good interviews, stuff like that. Porter, I don't know, 5, 6.5. I just talked to Kenny the other day, so I'm gonna try to link up with them. We got some stuff down the pipeline. So man, we working. Black Horseman Promotions was good. UFC 214, who is that? Who's on there? Darrell Benavidez. Ooh, that's a good fight. Benavidez had like a Street Fighter combination on Porky Medina. That shit was ridiculous. Oh yeah, Jones Cormier, that Anaheim card. I'm for sure watching that. I want to see how John Jones looks. He's one of the greatest to ever step foot in the octagon, but he's had personal problems, demons. Tyron Woodley, Damian Maia, very good fight. You know what, real shit, I fuck with Tyron Woodley, and I don't understand why his profile. I know he was in like NWA, straight out of Compton and stuff, but I'm talking about the fanfare. I'm surprised people aren't getting behind him more. You know what I mean? He seems like likable, clean cut, good interviews. When I see him on Fox or doing interviews, his fighting style is pure butter. You got that power. So I don't know. I really don't understand why. It seems like everybody, not everybody, but it seems like a lot of people would like him. Woodley is a hater. Who do you hate on? I don't know. AB better win. We're gonna find out. Fight week. Woodley hates on McGregor. I just seen the interview. I didn't watch it, but I seen the headline. They said Woodley's like, I give it up. Conor McGregor he's that dude. He's a great businessman or some shit. I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I don't know exactly what he's saying, but that's what the headline said it was saying. No, I heard Woodley had he said he wasn't going to do a 5 Fingers of Death, but he was going to freestyle. But I didn't watch it, so I don't know. He had bars? What y'all think about Canelo Golovkin? You know what? I'm going to be real like I always am. Canelo Golovkin, I'm surprised. Like, I really haven't heard much buzz for it. They need to get that promotion cracking. I feel like I promoted the fight more than the people behind the scenes involved with it. I haven't really seen good promotion from it. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about how big of a fight it is, I'm expecting to see, like, some real life shit. And I haven't really seen much promotion, like, crazy shit. Why are all promotions crap? Because HBO is broke, homie. But see, to me, that's bullshit, because UFC, I've heard they had, like, financial issues, but they be coming with heat with that UFC embedded. That's, you know what I mean? That UFC, I can't. There's certain things I don't like about UFC, but there's certain things I like about UFC. The best fight the best, and then, like, they have high quality productions. You know what I'm saying? You can get a fucking college student that knows how to edit and pay him a cool something. Shit, pay me. I'll promote the fuck out of Canelo. If you know what I'm saying, give me an all access pass to his gym, and I'll hire a crew of other people to help me with lighting and reflectors and shit. Man, I guarantee you I can whip up something, and it ain't gonna cost an arm and a leg. I mean, my time's worth something, so it's gonna cost something. But it's not even about. I understand budget cuts, but if you can, I said it before. Real shit. I'm gonna ask this question again. As diehard boxing fans, and I'm sure if you're on my page, you're probably a boxing fan. Would you rather see Canelo versus Golovkin episodes of like 24/7 documentaries and vlog style behind the scenes of Canelo as he prepares, or would you rather see Jim Lampley's The Fight Game? You guys let me know in the comment section. Honestly, what would you rather watch as a boxing fan? Because me personally, I don't give a fuck about The Fight Game at all. The only time I watch it is if there's headlines or people send me the video. But they have a nice production staff. They have satellite feeds, and they have a nice set. That costs money too. But if you're going to say you're so broke, fans would prefer more from the fighters than Jim Lampley in The Fight Game. And I'm not hating. That's real talk. I'd rather see Golovkin's camp. I want to see how Golovkin throws punches, Golovkin's diet. I'd way rather have you send a camera crew to Golovkin and Canelo's training camp than to watch Jim Lampley's The Fight Game with all those special guests and stuff like that. You know what I mean? The hustle got to be real. You know what I mean? Real shit, I'm going to just put it out there. YouTube, there's a lot of people on YouTube that fucking cover the fuck out of boxing way better than actual boxing companies. So how do you know what I'm saying? I'm be in New York. How the fuck am I HBO clearly got a bigger budget than me, but I'm gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people on YouTube that hold it down. So I'm not trying to hear like, oh, HBO budget cuts. Shit, I got budget. I got shit. I got bills. I got all that. But I still make my way. You know what I mean? Still try to give y'all coverage. Still try to do stuff. You know what I mean? Get in the gym with Joey Spencer. Put together a little stuff. You know what I mean? So HBO budget cut can't be any less than any of these like YouTube channel, Ellie Seckback or whatever. You know what I mean? You think who has? I'm not throwing shade because Ellie's been doing it. He has the, you know what I'm saying, the big, like one of the biggest platforms. But compare Ellie's budget to ESPN or HBO. You know what I mean? They have like tons of investors, and I'm not saying Ellie doesn't have like sponsors or anything, but you're comparing somebody who has an independent hustle like me or whoever, Ellie or whoever, to a imprint. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, he still gets it done. Ellie, that motherfucker was in Canada and UK and stuff like that. So you can't tell me HBO don't have no type of budget to the point where they can't send a videographer to certain places. And the other thing is, people like me, people like all these people that do it on, you know, on a non-ESPN, Sky Sports, HBO level, we have to build rapport and relationships before we go into people's gym. You know what I mean? You have to establish that. But if you're like, hey, I'm HBO, why would Canelo not open his gym up to you? Why would Golovkin not open his gym to HBO? Like, no, HBO cameras. They'll let you film sparring and all that because they know HBO is going to use it to promote the fight. So, you know what I'm saying? People like HBO, they should be killing the production for Canelo Golovkin. Somebody just said David Price is better than Deontay Wilder. You're clearly trolling. Put David Price in there with Wilder, if that's how you feel. Shout out to Canada. Someone said David Price. Put him in there with Wilder or Luis Ortiz. We'll see how that fight looks. Yeah, David Price. Yeah, he gonna pay the price, all right. The price is right. We're gonna see the price. That would be horrible. David Price versus Wilder or Anthony Joshua, any of them. And I heard he knocked out Anthony Joshua in sparring, but put him in there with today's Anthony Joshua. Ego, we don't get Showtime in Canada. It's tough to be a fan here. Yeah, that sucks. But shit, Canada, I heard your crime rate and shit. Come out to Cali. Fucking murder rate is out through the roof and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing about Canada. I have people in Canada and they be sleeping with their doors unlocked and it's peaceful. Y'all got free medical and shit. Come out to California and pay this rent for a house and try to get medical and shit like that. So there's perks to different places, live in different places. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, you trolling. Someone said David Price is better than Vasyl Lomachenko. You doing too fucking much. David Price over Lomachenko. Come on, man. Who has the internet? It's funny, y'all be talking about Troy King. Some people, yeah, man, fuck, why you keep interviewing him? But y'all, I notice certain people's screen names and they be the first ones to watch the video. So if you hate him so much, why are you watching all his shit? They said Wilder said Stavern missing VADA testing. I don't know. And that motherfucker Stavern is a big dude. He a big boy. I just interviewed him. I met him a couple of times, but that motherfucker's big, for sure. See, I usually don't really answer stupid questions. Ego, why you and Troy King hate on Mikey? First of all, I fuck with Mikey. I interviewed Mikey. I put this on my Instagram a while ago. Mikey was one of the first people when I was first starting up, and he had just become a champion, and he showed me nothing but love. And he was one of the first people to even give me an interview. It was a phone interview. He was cool as fuck. So I don't know what you're talking about, hating on Mikey. Part of my success, or like, you know what I mean, giving me the confidence and reaching out was through Mikey Garcia. So I don't know what you're talking about. Mikey Garcia, he was mad cool. The other thing I respect about Mikey is because back then, this was when he was with Top Rank. He had just become a champion. Some guys could probably get cocky and be like, oh, I'm the man. You know what I mean? I'm making cool money. He was cool as fuck. He was hitting me like I was like trying to coordinate. I remember I was flying somewhere, so I was at the airport. We were trying to coordinate this phone interview or whatever. And he was like, hey, when do you want me to call you? And he was acting like I was the celebrity. He was just like hella cool, just cool as fuck. So I don't know about this, oh, you hating on him. Someone says Troy is his own man. Yeah, see, I'm glad someone said that. The thing is, I see why. I never really paid attention, but when you watch a movie and it'd be like the thoughts and expressions are that of the particular guest and the director of this movie, because when they're doing the behind the scenes, the Fox or 20th Century Fox or whatever, they want you to know, like, this is how they feel. People on my channel, I don't censor people. I'm not going to tell, like, you know what I'm saying? If there's something that's super bad and I haven't really come across this. But if someone says something so crazy, and I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying, that wouldn't be good for your image or whatever, then I'll give them that. But that would be discussed off scenes. Other than that, if someone has a fight prediction, I'm not gonna censor them. The people who are free to say whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, oh, what, Troy King, that's his opinion. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. But people pick and choose who they try to lump my opinions with. The shit I say, that's what I feel. The shit other people say, like Paulie Malignaggi. I interviewed Paulie Malignaggi, and he said, I think Kell Brook will beat Errol Spence. I got the clip. I don't think he'll beat him. That's why I did 7 reasons Errol Spence beats Kell Brook, because that's what I thought. But I'm not going to stop Paulie Malignaggi when he's giving his fucking opinion on who wins the fight and be like, hey, no. That, I mean, it's his opinion, and everybody has one. Someone just asked me about Anthony Yard, but yeah, I like him. He looks the part. He's diesel. He's in shape. He has the right attitude. Not much of an amateur background from my understanding, but I just got to see him keep stepping up. He's knocking everybody out, and a couple more fights like this, I'm going to be like, okay, you can knock out those level guys. Let's see you in there with whoever, Joe Smith Jr. or whoever, somebody with a little bit of name. What's next for Jeff Horn? Shit, that burial. I don't see Jeff Horn beating the top guys. That's just my opinion. He's cool. Maybe I could work with him in the future. That's great. I like his attitude. I like the call outs. But what's next? A boxing casket. I don't see him beating the top dudes. That's just my opinion. Pacquiao, I told you. Pacquiao, to me, he fights dumb. He don't. Let me break this down for you guys. Manny Pacquiao. Okay, certain guys can be very good at what they do, but it doesn't make it correct. Like, even like in math class, if you guys have taken in math class, I know some of you, judging by your comments, you've never been in school. You dropped out when you were in preschool because you're fucking idiots. But for those who have taken math classes, you can still arrive at the answer, but teachers a lot of times will dock you when you don't show your work. Pacquiao's the type, his fighting style is like a student doing math problems without showing their work. So it's cool that you know how to, or it's cool that you can get to the right answer, but sometimes you can get to the right answer the wrong way. To me, that's how Pacquiao fights. It works for him, and it's worked for him for years, and it's made him a legend in the sport, but he doesn't make championship level adjustments. You know, like, put it this way, I know what I'm saying is true, because why would you have to fight Juan Manuel Marquez 4 fucking times and then you get knocked out in the 4th fight? That shows me something. You got stretched in the 4th fight. Can you imagine? What do you, like, honestly, real shit, if Floyd Mayweather fought off of 2-year layoff, fought Marquez and destroyed him and knocked him down, what do you think would happen if he fought him 3 more times? Marquez would probably have no career. Marquez, I mean, he's kind of retired now or whatever, but if he fought Floyd 4 times, it'd be a wrap. Let's say he fought him and then 2 more times over the next span of a couple years, Marquez's career would be over, because Floyd had one look at him and destroyed him. Easy work, and you go, oh, it's the weight. Marquez is a dog. The weight is not the only thing. Mike Alvarado was bigger than Marquez, and Marquez dogged him too. You know what I'm saying? Marquez is a hell of a fighter, and he was a proven lightweight. He called out Floyd. So, you know what I'm saying? Even Tim Bradley had 1 shot at Marquez, and he beat him convincingly to me, and he almost knocked him down in the 12th round. Floyd would destroy Marquez if he had that many shots. Yet Pacquiao, 4 times, and he got knocked out in the 4th. So that shows me something's not registering with Pacquiao, like his style. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to adjust, because why would you have to fight this? Even Bradley, after the 1st fight, I thought Pacquiao won the 1st fight, but still, 2 more fights? I don't know. To me, I didn't compare Slugger Alvarado to Floyd. The only comparison I made is that he's bigger than Marquez. You guys have to learn to listen. I didn't compare him stylistically. I just said he was bigger than Marquez, and Marquez dogged him. So Pacquiao doesn't, like, for example, Pacquiao fought Jeff Horn, and he's not good at fighting off the ropes, but he was trying to fight off the ropes, and Jeff Horn looked comfortable there. Why are you letting the guy who's bigger, youthful, push you to the ropes? And Jeff Horn was getting some work off. Like, he landed a nasty-ass uppercut. Why would Pacquiao allow that as the veteran fighter? This dude got 15, 16 fights. You got 60-plus fights, and you're letting him drive you backwards into the ropes where you don't know how to fight off the ropes. Makes no sense. And all that Pacquiao getting mad and banging his gloves, that shit's done. Nobody, you know what I mean? Jeff Horn didn't give a fuck about that. You seen. He didn't, oh shit, he's banging his gloves. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's tripping off of that. Pacquiao can still beat guys. I don't think he's washed completely, but certain styles, some of y'all are going to get mad. Lomachenko, I think his style is going to suffer too if he gets old and he stays in the sport too long. Because his style, what he's doing right now, requires a lot of energy and athleticism. So if he slows down just a little bit, then that makes you a little bit more ripe for the picking. But the difference is, I think Lomachenko has better footwork and overall fundamentals than Pacquiao. But Lomachenko, all that jumping around and shit, okay, stay in the sport till you're 40, 41 and see how that, you know what I'm saying, see how that is going to work for you. When you're 41, you're not doing all that. Because even me, I'm not even in my 40s. I'm not even really close to 40. But I noticed differences from when I was like 21, 22. You know what I mean? I noticed a little different. Like, I used to be able to stay out all night, go out with friends, stay up, fuck a girl or whatever, I mean, drink, whatever, and get up and be at work. You know what I mean? I would be done for if I tried to do some of that stuff now. You know what I mean? So your body ages, and you have to evolve your style. So Lomachenko's going to have to make some stylistic adjustments. And that's why I hate the comparison to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather has been able to adjust his style as he got older. You know what I mean? Oh, brittle hands, fighting bigger guys. He has all the fundamentals that you need. Lomachenko, what he's doing right now, and Top Rank, they're smart, credit to them, but I see what they're doing. They're kind of doing what they did with Pacquiao. Lomachenko right now is fighting a lot of tailor-made style for him. A lot. Proof is in the pudding. Name one person in Lomachenko's last 6 fights that you favored to beat Lomachenko, or even thought had a shot to beat him. Name one. Gary Russell, that's the only one people could come up with. And this is the thing. I was covering boxing back then. Gary Russell is a very talented fighter, great fighter, has certain attributes. I actually thought Gary Russell would beat Lomachenko because I didn't know enough about Lomachenko at the time. I had seen him and stuff, but I'm just like, oh, okay, I've seen more of Gary Russell. But at the same time, if you go back to it, Gary Russell, people were saying he was the bum killer. With everything they say about Deontay Wilder, they were saying about Gary Russell. He was fighting guys like Tomayo and people you never heard of. Estrada. They're like, oh, he's fighting the guy from Chips. I knew he wasn't going to beat Walters. Walters got murdered in there. I did a 7 reasons on that. That shit was easy work. Too much against him. Top Rank starved Walters out. They gave him no other fights but Lomachenko. This is how I know what I'm saying is true. Is this. Walters in the summer negotiated with Team Lomachenko, and instead of making the split closer based on Walters' victories over like Donaire, knocking him out, the only person to do that, and then also beating like Vic Darchinyan, they had the money too far apart, right? And at the end of the day, the fight didn't happen. Then they didn't give him any other fights. He has probably a family and a life, a mortgage or whatever he has to pay. So he ended up taking less money when the fight actually happened in November of last year. That says something. That says that he was starved out. You know what I mean? So it kind of played in. I really feel like if he would have fought, let's say 4 months after Jason Sosa, it would have, I'm not saying he would have beat Lomachenko, but I guarantee you it would have looked better. it would have been better than that. I was so disappointed with the Walters Lomachenko fight. It didn't even look like Walters. It looked like he didn't do anything. Y'all funny today. I mean, the fighters know it. And trust me, I know fighters. They'll be getting calls like 2 weeks. Oh, hey, we want you to fight in 2 weeks in this fighter's hometown. Like, really? So he could have been training because his promoter knew that he was going to get a fight on this date in his hometown, but then the opponent don't know. You know what I'm saying? So as fighters, y'all gotta respect yourselves too, because these promoters, sometimes they want to build the other person up, or stuff like even like, let's say Broner versus Granados. Broner being the A side, they were supposed to fight at 140, 142, and then Broner's like, oh, I'm sick. You still want the fight? It's at 147. Granados had to take it or not get the paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So it's most people do stuff like that. Like, there's little stuff, and you just have to know. That's why David Lemieux, he was supposed to fight James De La Rosa in Canada. Lemieux missed weight, and his team tried to pay James De La Rosa, right? They tried to pay him, and they know David Lemieux's a big puncher, so they're like, fuck that, we're not fighting him. Fuck that extra side money for the penalty. And sometimes you got to do that, because I'm telling you, these promoters and these teams, they're going to try to milk you. They're going to try to milk you. You already know David Lemieux is the star. He's from Canada. It's a Golden Boy card. And James De La Rosa is the B side. You know you probably can't hurt David Lemieux. Plus, he's missing weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it worth it? So you get another, let's say 10,000. I don't know what they offered him, but you get another 10,000, but then you get knocked out brutally. Possibly. Because he's overweight and he already has fucking power when he's not overweight. So fighters got to be smart too. Shout out to Black Horseman Promotions. Super chat too. He just donated $2 to the channel. Said big ups, Ego. You know, I'll be working for y'all. This was supposed to be like 15 minutes. I'm almost at an hour, man. I'm probably gonna wrap this up. I didn't realize I've been on here for an hour. Ego, I'm broke. Keep going. Man, I got stuff to do. I got to pack. You can't donate? That's cool. You don't have to donate. Just donate with the like. Put that like. That's a donation. Giving me a view. That's a donation too. You know, the whole thing is, the thing is with the donations, I don't even really spend the donation. I just have it in because it goes in my PayPal account usually. You know what I mean? So I'm really using that. Like, I'm gonna do some stuff with Joey Spencer. I'm trying to get some new gear and stuff like that. I don't know, y'all talking about crazy shit. Crawford and Dongo, undisputed final thoughts. I'm happy it's on ESPN and not like HBO pay-per-view. That's a great thing that Top Rank moved their star fighters. And they moved them to ESPN. I think that's a good look. It's a great fight. Ndongo's no slouch, but I would lean towards Crawford. So that's my thoughts. Good fight though. Why do people hate Broner? Listen, I don't know, because I personally don't hate him, but from having a popular channel and seeing comments, people don't like his antics outside of the ring. But it's funny to me because people are very inconsistent with what I've noticed in this boxing game. Conor McGregor, he does a lot of like below the belt antics and trash talking. So, I mean, to me, he's not really much different than Broner or Floyd, but they'll hate Broner and Floyd and love every minute. Conor, you're 40 years old, you can't fucking read. They love all that. You know what I mean? But Broner does it, and he's a villain. And people, oh, I hope he gets knocked out. Come on, Chino. Come out of retirement. You know what I mean? All that extra shit. Robert Guerrero versus Brandon Rios, I'm not interested in it. I would have liked to see Robert Guerrero versus Adrian Broner back in the day, but I'm not trying to be rude. Guerrero's from the Bay Area like me, but the way he was getting hit versus Omar Figueroa, who to me hasn't proven himself to be a true welterweight, and his head's. Do you see how Robert Guerrero's, he got uppercut and he's like, nah, I'm not trying to see him anymore. That just doesn't make sense. He retired anyway, but I think that was the right decision. Like, Keith Thurman was melting Robert Guerrero with some serious shots, and his body language looked better than Omar Figueroa hitting him. He's doing hell. No, I'm not trying to see that. He has a family. No. Rios Ortiz. I've been wanting to see that fight, man. But see, like, boxing be fucking up sometimes. Like, Rios Ortiz, that would have been way better a couple years ago. I'll watch it now for sure. But Rios has been stopped by Tim Bradley. Ortiz is fighting Josecito Lopez's leftovers, Saul Corrales. You know what I mean? So it's like, what does that mean now? Yeah, Rios Ortiz, the backstory is what would sell it. Lubin versus Charlo, good fight. I like that. Big step up for Lubin. And no guy. I should have took what money and threw it out the window. I got 1,200 that Broner gets stopped. Let's see it. I'll be there, so we'll see it. Lemieux would beat Charlo? I don't know. Charlo got one of the best jabs in boxing, and he couldn't get past Golovkin's jab. So that might be a similar thing. I mean, all I know is if I'm Charlo and I'm taller than Lemieux, and I know Lemieux has power, and I'm more athletic than Golovkin, and I watched the Golovkin, because why would you not watch Golovkin versus Lemieux before you're fighting him? You know what I mean? The most recent guy to stop and beat him. Charlo got a Charlo knocked J-Rock Williams down with the fucking jab. Get out of here. David Lemieux has a chance with anybody because he has power, but I would just bop, 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 just control him with the jab, try to set up the 1-2. Bruh, ads mess up your content. You make sense though. Y'all don't have to watch. You know what I'm saying? If the ads bother you, you got two options. Don't watch me. No, you got three. Don't watch, get YouTube Red, and you don't have to worry about ads, or deal with them. You know what I mean? Ads are part of the business. You don't get to watch your favorite TV shows without commercials. When's the last time you watched the Super Bowl with no commercials? Oh, wait. Doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is a fucking business. Despite anybody, whatever you hear, this is a business. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the business has to be in line and has to run accordingly. So that's enough of that. Porter Garcia, great fight. The Porters, I talked to them at the Box Fan Expo a couple months ago. They told me back then they wanted the fight. So it's really up to Danny Garcia. I seen somebody put up on one of my Instagram pages I follow, Danny Garcia versus Rios. I'm not trying to see that. I'd rather see Danny Garcia versus Porter. I think that's all around a bigger fight. The Rios fight's not terrible for Garcia, but I would much rather see the Porter fight. I think that's more meaningful for the division. Laura's living life. What about Laura? Brooke versus Khan. Another one of those Ortiz Rios. A couple years ago, that would have been one of the best fights that year for boxing. Now it's not. I don't care about Amir Khan versus Kell Brook, to be honest. And I was a big fan of that fight. Now I don't. If they fight, they fight. I'll watch it. But I'm not excited like I once was. I don't know who Gervonta's fighting, but he's training like a motherfucker. What do y'all want to see more videos of on the channel? Put your thoughts in the comment section. Like, what do you want for the content? Like, what more? Like, oh, I want more coverage on this fight or this type of video or whatever. Yeah, Rios just fought a guy. I don't even know who he fought, but that was a good bounce back win for him. I'd like to see him climb up, like you said in the comment section. Put it, climb up the ranks. More Canelo videos. Spence is that dude. Oh yeah, we got some stuff in the gyms and the work. I got some big stuff. I think y'all would like it. Yeah, Rocky Martinez. I heard about that. What do I make of Paulie's black eye? Yeah, I said that in the video. I mean, it is what it is. Connor's known for power, so that's and Paulie probably he looked kind of out of shape, so shit happens. Joey's a good interview. Plus, I like the questions you ask. Joey's smart. Y'all need to latch on to that kid. He's dedicated. He's focused. And see, he's like a Canelo type in the sense of like you'll almost really forget his age based on the fact of the dude's 17. He can't even buy cigarettes and vote and shit. You know what I mean? But he's up there in terms of boxing. Funny story too. When I first met him, I didn't know, like, you know what I mean? And then I started working with him pretty often, you know what I mean? When I see him and stuff, or we would be out of town in Vegas at the same fights, I would start working with him. And then they later told me, him and his dad later told me that he was a fan of the channel way back when, like when he was like, I don't know, preteen or whatever, and he'd been watching the channel. So he's like, he's well versed, and he's been a big, like, just watch it. His dad said boxing's all he does. You know what I mean? He was just always on YouTube watching boxing videos and going to tournaments and shit. So I thought that was cool. I didn't know he was a fan of me before we actually hooked up. So that was kind of cool. 7 Reasons UFC edition. What fight? Spence has no endurance. That's stupid. How does he have no endurance if he got 11th round stoppage? I really think some of y'all don't think about what you type. Because that makes how do you get 11th round stoppage with no endurance? I don't really understand. Devin Haney, Robert Easter, I would watch it for sure. Tank versus Haney. Let's see it, man. AB has a good jab. He just has to be more consistent with it. How good do you think Devin Haney is? Devin Haney's my dude. He's actually originally from Oakland. He's from the Bay. He's good. I mean, obviously, like I said with Anthony Yard and Artur Beterbiev, we have to see when he fights better competition. We have to see how that transitions. I've seen some shit. Like I said, I watched him spar. He was probably 16. He was getting busy. And see, this is the thing y'all don't know, because y'all most of you, I would say, I don't know who's watching, but a lot of y'all don't cover boxing and don't be in the gyms like that unless you're watching someone's video. But Devin got more of a mean streak than people know as a fighter. Like, when I have some of it on tape, maybe I'll talk to his pops or some shit, see if I could splice that up and leak it or show you guys. But it was an intense ass sparring in Oakland. Kareem Mayfield, hella people were there, right? Troy was there, me, and Devin Haney. Like I said, he had more of a mean streak than people know. He was in there in the ring talking shit, like big shit. Like, that's it? Oh, you throwing pillows? Like, I don't know what he said exactly, but he was just talking hella shit. And then the guy was talking shit back to him. You know what I'm saying? Just regular gym shit. This should be every day, but Devin Haney, when he's doing interviews, you might not know that because he's young and stuff, and you know what I mean, clean cut, you don't really get that. But he was talking big shit. He was like, man, that was slow as hell. Da, 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 da. They were both talking. So all that Easter shit, people think he's joking. That motherfucker's real. He's been about this. It's just like, it's kind of like Tupac. I'm not saying he's Tupac. I don't want you guys leaving no stupid oh man, he gonna try to say he's Tupac Shakur, man. But I'm talking about, Tupac had an interview where he was like talking about how his mom was a revolutionary and a Black Panther. And he was like, the guy asked him a question, so you were born in jail? And he was like, no, I wasn't born in jail, but my mother was pregnant with me while she was in jail. So my embryo was cultivated in jail. You know what I mean? And he was talking about how his mom was a Black Panther. So that passed down to him as a rapper. I say that to say this. Devin Haney, Floyd Mayweather, these dudes have been in gyms, boxing gyms. Tupac's mom wasn't shit. That's what's up. It's always wise to talk about the deceased. Anyway, Devin Haney, Floyd Mayweather, guys like that, they were brought up into this game. So they've been around boxing their whole life. So this is what Devin Haney knows. So whether he can beat Easter, I don't know. Because I think Easter's a good fighter. I think Haney's a good fighter. I don't know. I would like to see it. I wouldn't stand in the way of that fight happening. But I really believe, see, this is the way it works from being around fighters, is a lot of people project their own fears onto others. Like Broner was calling out Matisse back in the day. And because Matisse was known as this monster, you think Broner don't really want that fight. Even though he was like, Matisse, I'll beat his ass. Like, he was doing all that shit, right? And people were like, oh, Broner's scared. It's up to Matisse to call his bluff. And Matisse was like, oh, he don't have a belt no more. What's the point? So you didn't call his bluff then. You know what I mean? And people project their fears. Because you don't think Devin Haney is ready for Robert Easter, that doesn't mean he's not ready. And it doesn't mean he doesn't really want the fight. These fighters aren't real. I'm not saying nobody in the history of the sport has been scared of another person, but a lot of these people, they really want that work, whether it's sparring or an actual fight. Devin Haney is fighting straight bums, but who are you fighting? Who are you? Shout out to Chico, California. He said Mayweather's a new Tupac. Shafikov made Easter look weak. I don't agree with that. If you have to know shit about boxing, Shafikov fought Richard Comey. He stopped Jamel Herring. Shout out to my dude Jamel. And he fought Rances Bartholomew. So a lot of people, they base it, oh, I've never heard of Jeff Horn, I never heard of Shafikov. So when they do better than you think, then you're like, oh man, Easter looked bad. No, you just didn't know enough about Shafikov to know that I told y'all before the fight that was going to be a tough fight. I still haven't even watched it, but I know it was a tough fight from what everyone's saying. I like these chats. Yeah, man, I try to spend a little time with the fans. Yeah, a lot of boxing fans be on that bullshit because you never heard of him. That don't make that person less valuable, or doesn't mean they can't scrap because you never heard of him. Now, I mean, there's people I never heard of, like Liam Smith. No one was really checking for no Liam Smith. And I know how good Canelo was. So that's a problem. When Liam Smith is not a mandatory and you fighting the future of boxing or one of the brightest stars in boxing, that's different. You know what I mean? After he had just fought Amir Khan. But Robert Easter, he's not on no Canelo level where he's fought Mayweather and, you know what I mean, names like that. So he's still developing. So I knew that was going to be Shafikov was going to be a good fight, tough fight. Ego, what fight you think needs to happen besides Lomachenko or Rigondeaux? A ton of fights. I would still want to see, win, lose, or draw, I want to see Mike Garcia, Robert Easter, Deontay Wilder versus Joshua, Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. Really any of the top heavyweights, round robin them. Adonis Stevenson, Sullivan Barrera, or Kovalev even. There's a lot of good fights for me. I want to see Artur Beterbiev, Sullivan Barrera, Artur Beterbiev, Anthony Yard. I think those would be good fights. Lomachenko versus Tank Davis versus Miguel Berchelt, Tank Davis versus Orlando Salido. I'm not really talking about Tyson Fury because he don't even sound confident in his return. So that's a waste of my time. He talking about he don't know if he coming out, and he looked too big to be coming out. Thank you for working to keep boxing alive. You already know. This is what I'm here for. That's what I do. I went to the movies today. I took my parents to see that Dunkirk. That shit was dope. Chris Nolan, he did Inception. He did the Batman, the Christian Bale Batmans. Tom Hardy was in it. Hans Zimmerman did the soundtrack. It was dope. It's a war movie. It's PG-13, so it's not like gory like Saving Private Ryan and all that, but do you think MMA is safer than boxing health-wise? I don't know. If you look at Patrick Cummins, his face looked fucked up yesterday. Broner, he is gonna get his ass beat. Let's see it. See, I'm not moved by a bunch of talking. That's not me. I don't care about the talk. I just want to see it. I don't care what y'all talking about. Broner Garcia is a good fight. Let's see it. Whoever gets their ass beat, they get their ass beat. It is what it is. I just want to see it. Let's see it. Anderson Silva, Roy Jones. Man, nobody's really trying to see that now. Back in the day, yeah. Mayweather signing AJ. Check Instagram. Who's Instagram? I don't think he's signing him. He's with Eddie Hearn. I'm about to run these errands, man. I gave y'all some hour plus. Damn, these comments are going too fast too. One more time, hit that like button if y'all enjoyed the live streams. I got a pack. I got Monday Mail Day. Keep it locked on the channel. I got a lot of stuff coming up. We just gonna get it cracking. Dude, that was so cool. Yeah, we're just doing a random freestyle. I'm pissed off. YouTube was fucking up the other day, and all my streams were getting cut off. But I've been trying to, new media, you already know. I've been trying to do these live streams. Wilder was stiffing up AJ. Let's see it. Stay on the grind. You just subscribed. Thank you. Appreciate it. 100% Mayweather's gonna sign AJ. I don't know. I'm live streaming. I ain't heard nothing about that. I got the ego hat, man. We coming. We coming, man. We coming. We got the little mesh joint. Who is this Anna Pussy in the comment section? I just keep seeing that name. How do I subscribe? There should be a subscribe button. Boxingego, man. The future. We working. We getting this on. T-shirts, not yet. Salvador Sanchez is my favorite. He's my favorite fighter from Mexico. Shout out to Victor Trejo. Just donated $10 super chat to the movement. We working. How do y'all think the Canelo Golovkin promo has been? I think it's been kind of weak. Shout out to Victor though. They got time, but big fights like this, how many pay-per-views do you think they're gonna get? The better the promotion in general, the higher the numbers. Like I hate to say this, the fight that people said is gonna ruin boxing, Mayweather-McGregor, that 1 week of press touring has named something Canelo Golovkin promotion-wise has surpassed that. You know what I mean? What have you seen from Canelo Golovkin? Like, I would love to know of something. Like, if you guys know of a documentary or a program or behind the scenes from Golden Boy or HBO that they put together promoting that fight, like Road to Canelo Golovkin? Let me know. I haven't seen anything. I haven't even really seen any cool Instagram. I follow Golden Boy and all them. I haven't really seen no cool Instagram trailers, stuff like that. And I tell you guys all the time, some people don't understand how big the movement is getting, but trust me, I started from 0 subscribers, just like everybody else. You know what I mean? And it takes money to make money. Period. You got, you know what I mean? Like I'm about to go to New York. That shit ain't free. You guys get a hotel in Brooklyn and tell me how much it run you during fight week. You know what I mean? And the round trip ticket from California to the next coast. But I'm doing it for the movement. I'm doing it for the brand. I'm doing it for the fans. So at the end of the day, it takes money to make money. Canelo Golovkin, they want that fight as big as possible. Plus, they got to compete with Mayweather McGregor. And neither one of them have the personality of a Floyd or of a Conor McGregor. I'm not taking anything away from their skill as fighters because they both can scrap. But you got to find new and inventive ways to promote Canelo Golovkin. I'm doing my best. So I don't fret. I don't fear nothing because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing on my channel. I'm giving you Canelo Ego Weight Watchers. I got the first look. That'll be done soon. But they have a little bit of a deficit because the time is ticking away and they haven't really done it. Do something. Show us something. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get ready for this. Show me some Golovkin, Ivan Drago style training. Something. I'm trying to see this. And just like a movie, why do you guys even watch movies in the theater? Because the trailer. You know what I mean? Occasionally you might just I don't know many people that just go to a movie theater and just randomly pick every time. Most of the time it's because you've seen a trailer. You're like, you know what I mean? That new Spider-Man, new Avengers looks dope. And then someone said Oscar hating more than promoting. That's another bad thing. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can only speak for me. When I came in the game, I didn't throw shots at people, and I'm glad I didn't because I've met a lot of cool people in the boxing game, like the Boxing Voice. Shout out to my dude Ness and shit. I never threw shots at none of them dude. Ellie, I didn't throw shots at them. You know what I'm saying? I just made my own lane, and that's what happens. People start folding under pressure, and then their true colors like come out. Like De La Hoya, you got the bigger fight, you feel? Promote it. You know what I mean? Get people invested. You don't have to beg people not to see Mayweather McGregor. People, because ultimately that begging shit don't work, especially when you have curiosity involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, put it this way. Who wants to put me if you want to see Adrian Broner versus Mikey Garcia this week? Just type me real quick. Or say, yeah, I do, or anything like that, right? Look how many me's there are. Okay, now all the people that just put me and yep. What if I told you on this stream, hey man, fuck this Broner versus Mikey Garcia fight on Showtime, and you have Showtime or you have money for Showtime? How many people are not going to get it because I said so? You know what I'm saying? People are still going to watch. People are going to watch whatever they want. People are curious about Broner. If, you know what I mean, people are saying this is a crossroads fight. If he loses, it's over. People want to see how Mikey looks moving up. So at the end of the day, you could do whatever you want and try to hate on a fight, but real recognize real. If it's something that people want to see, they want to see it. Same thing with Mayweather McGregor. So like the old saying goes, can't beat him, join him. You know what I mean? I have a bit of curiosity. Will Father Time catch up to Floyd in my time, where I get to watch it and be like, oh fuck, Floyd doesn't handle a shot anymore. It happened to Pacquiao. He just fought really a guy no one heard of, Jeff Horn, and got dogged a little bit. You know what I'm saying? More so than people expected, right? So ultimately, curiosity is going to always outshine hate. You know what I mean? If there's a movie or it's an event that people want to see, then they're going to want to watch it regardless. You know what I mean? You can write. You think people on August 26th, they're going to revert back to Oscar De La Hoya's Facebook rant saying, hey, you got to do it to preserve boxing. Don't watch it. Hey, guys. No one's worried about a dated Facebook post. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, especially with, like, Conor McGregor, for example, very charismatic. So at the end of the day, you got to do a lot more hating to outshine Conor McGregor's charisma to make people not want to watch. Because Conor McGregor, even if he gets knocked out, you want to see, oh, damn, this motherfucker talk all that shit, and you want to see how it ends. You know what I mean? And like I said, Conor McGregor, I just did a video about it. He's trolling Floyd Mayweather, like, similar, not as good, but similar to Tupac on Hit 'Em Up. Swat, fucked your bitch. You know what I mean? He's wearing a basketball jersey of the guy who allegedly created the argument from Floyd Mayweather and his ex-girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Because she was allegedly dating a Golden State Warriors player. You know what I'm saying? So that hating shit don't matter, man. People don't care about if they're curious. And this is the other thing. Like, I don't really delve into my finances and shit, but I don't know what type of money other people have, but people acting like this fucking $100 is just breaking them. Like $100, man, I spent $100 on like a food date with a girl. You know what I mean? It's I'm doing this for my entertainment, for the Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? The Mayweather McGregor. It's entertainment. You know what I mean? It's $100. I'm not gonna be. I've lost more on stupid shit, gambling, than that. You know what I mean? So it's like people acting like it's the end of the world. Times are hard. Ain't that fucking hard? That's what I'm saying. People acting like $100 is just like ending their world. And I mean, maybe to some, that's the thing. But at the end of the day, $100 is. And especially look at it like this: Terrence Crawford versus Victor Postal. What was the undercard? That fight was solid, but that was a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And even if it was $50, $60, that's $60 for Crawford versus Postal, which turned out to be very one-sided. And we don't know. I don't even remember what was on the undercard, and I covered the fight. What the fuck does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? So don't front like you. I mean, Canelo versus Liam Smith, $70 for that. And you watch Anthony Yard on the undercard versus a guy who had like losses that I don't know. I thought Gabe Rosado versus Willie Monroe fight was atrocious. I didn't enjoy it. You know what I mean? I don't know. For me, the way I look at it is money comes and goes. And if you're a true hustler, you can make money and then get it back. You know what I mean? So to me, $100 is not the end of the world. You know what I mean? Shit. Think about how I felt when I went to Brandon Rios versus Mike Alvarado in Denver. I went and covered that third fight as media. That shit was whack. Undercard was whack. It had Gilberto Ramirez, but the fight wasn't good. And then Alvarado ended up quitting. That shit was weak. You know what I mean? So we all take, as boxing fans, if you're really a fan, you've clearly taken losses before. I spent all that money to go to Denver, and the fight was weak, and then the person quit on the stool. So, I mean, you never know. I feel bad for the people with Canelo Chavez Jr. That was weak. That fight was weak. The undercard, very predictable. You know what I mean? So, imagine all the people that bought expensive tickets. I don't remember how much tickets were, but that's just what it is. $100 is our sale bill in Canada, I bet. You were satisfied with what? You said it wasn't that bad. Which fight? I didn't like the Canelo Chavez Jr. fight. I would have been pissed if I bought tickets to that. I don't smoke. Someone said, do you smoke bomb weed in Denver? I know they call it Mile High and all that, but I don't smoke. $100 is 2 women in the Philippines. Oh, yeah, y'all tripping. Did Mayweather get knocked out in sparring? When did that? I thought it was Conor, the one that allegedly got knocked out. Now they're saying it's Floyd. Y'all crazy. Lanades is fighting somebody else from the UK. Yeah, I drink when I want. Alright, man, I gave y'all over an hour. It's been real. Hit the like button, subscribe, check out that Floyd Conner video. I got to pack, I got to run errands. Shout out to Anthony Bates, he said you the man. What about Eubank Jr.? He's cool. You know what, real shit, Eubank Jr. and Billy Joe Saunders, I want to see him fight somebody. At least he's fighting Willie Monroe, that's better. And then Aventel Curtite is not his fault, but a lot of these guys, there's a lot of talking. I just want to see them fight that level of competition. Billy Joe Saunders talks a lot about what he's going to do and that he's best and all that. Chris Eubank and his dad, between the two of them, they have a lot to say. I just want to see it. How much will you sell your business? I'm not selling. This is my job. This is my independent, and I enjoy what I do. See, this is the thing. I never knew this would happen, but I used to work my whole life. I've had a job since I was 14, and I had to work for other people. This is the first time I did a venture where I'm working solely for myself. You know what I mean? So I actually enjoy it. I wake up when I want, talk about what I want, get to travel. I'm about to be covering this fight, seeing different sites, eating food, meeting a lot of cool people, interacting with fans. I mean, this is a dream. This is what so you know what I'm saying? It's funny because, like I said, a lot of people try to get mad or take shots. Enjoy. I enjoy life. I enjoy living it. So, yeah. Someone said, Zelma Haywood started a channel. Shout out to you. Just keep pushing with it. Stay consistent. Be passionate. Be yourself. That's another thing. A lot of people struggle with being themselves, and that don't get you nowhere. Hating on people, that don't get you nowhere. Like, you know, I don't care what people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is with me. But that's how I've been even outside of YouTube, just as a person. I don't give a fuck what people are doing. I care about my family. I care about me. Haters, like Floyd said, it comes with the territory. There's nothing you could do about that. You know what I mean? People, this happens all the time. People counting my views, counting my viewership, counting my subscribers, counting my money. What are you doing about you? You know what I'm saying? I don't come into McDonald's or Kmart and start telling you how to run your job. That's just kind of what it is. You know what I mean? So sit back, buckle up, enjoy the ride. And the worst part about the game that I noticed, to me, is people have the audacity to steal from you and like copy little things you do, and then at the same time they'll try to throw shots. That's crazy. Crazy. But check out that video of Conor McGregor and Draymond Green that I did. They going at it. Like I said, Canelo Triple G needs to step up and ramp up that promotion. Crazy. Because Conor McGregor's still promoting. He's in training camp, still promoting. To this day. Still promoting. And I haven't really seen much. So, if you know Canelo personally, know Golovkin, tell them to be on the horn and start getting people invested. Like, tell Canelo to put some flexing pictures. Get the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with, I mean, real shit, I'm going to tell you like this. I thought Canelo versus Chavez Jr. had more to talk about than Canelo Golovkin, but I think Canelo Golovkin is the better fight. How does that work? You know what I mean? Because I remember I was doing a lot of videos about Canelo Chavez Jr. Chavez is in the steam room flexing and shit like that. So Canelo Golovkin, clearly a better and bigger fight, but we need more promotion. Anyway, I give y'all over an hour. I'ma holla. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We working. Hold on, someone's.
You know if they're throwing that stuff out?
I think it had a sign the other day and it said it was free.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. My bad. Nah, let me get out of here. I'ma holla at y'all. Y'all have a good day. Something special, man.